Live from the hammock of his parents' house, it's your host, Josue Vasquez. Hi guys, welcome to this special show on the HDD channel. Today we have a special report on the Toxicodendron radicans. The Toxicodendron radicans, more specifically known as the poison ivy, is what we consider hell, as it leaves rashes on us due to its oil when it creates skin to plant contact. Fun fact: we are the only animals slash species that get affected by the oil from the poison ivy. Other animals are perfectly fine. The poison ivy has pointy leaves, and the leaves are in a jigsaw shape. The flowers are five petals, mostly greenish. They're small, about 3 millimeters in diameter, and their berry slash fruit it is super white and hard. The importance of the poison ivy is that the poison ivy actually helps other organisms survive, as it is a food source to them. It also is the pollen of the poison ivy is also the main source of pollen for honey in the American Midwest and Southern states. Also, the closest relative of the poison ivy, it's the mango, because the mango has poisonous roots that are also poisonous for us humans. Poison ivy is common throughout the United States, but most people consider them to be as a weed because they poison us. Like they leave rashes on our skin, and so most people burn them or cut them. Thus, in a few years, the poison ivy could be in danger or be extinct. The poison ivy is located mostly in the Midwestern United States and in the Eastern United States, but it's relatively in almost the whole United States. It is also located in throughout Asia and Europe. The reason that the poison ivy is mostly common in the Eastern United States is that the Europeans during the colonial period used them as barriers when there was strong winds throughout the throughout the sea. The classification of the poison ivy. The poison ivy, the domain is Eukarya. The kingdom is Plantae. The phylum is Magnolophyta. The class is Magnolosphaeda. The order is Spindalis. The family is Anacardiaceae. The genus is Toxicodendron. The species is Toxicodendron radicans. In this special bulletin board somewhere right there, we have the phylogenetic tree of the poison ivy. As we see here, the poison ivy, or mostly Toxicodendron radican, is in the Anacardiaceae family or the cashew family. These include the mango and the cashew. The poison ivy are autotrophs, meaning that they get their food from they make their own food. This process is known as photosynthesis. They get the energy from the sun, and they also use carbon dioxide to make food. Their food is sugar, and what they release is oxygen. Since the poison ivies are angiosperm, they produce their offspring inside the flower, and they spread the pollen via the wind, as the pollen can either spread the wind or the animals can eat the fruits and travel with them while they're being digested. This is how the poison ivy reproduce as it travels basically through other places via pollination and eaten by animals. The importance of poison ivy through the economy is very important. Yeah, as if we don't have poison ivy, the poison ivy it would affect greatly the honey industry as most of the honey comes from poison ivy pollen. Meaning that if we didn't have the poison ivy, the honey prices would be high and everything, and the economy will suffer. So in conclusion, please think more about the poison ivy, guys. It's a dope plant. It actually helps us more than it affects us, and we want our honey. That's it, man. We want our honey. Next time on the HDD channel, we will talk about how Donald Trump wants Congress to investigate Barack Obama on supposedly wiretapping his Trump Tower. He also wants to investigate Joe Biden as he believes that Joe Biden is the prime suspect on a person who's been caught in pizza deliveries to the Trump Tower as well. As your host, this has been HDD Live from the hammock of my parents' house, Josue Vasquez. I will turn this thing off.